Don't intro us yet. I gotta sneeze.
Hello, I'm Sam.
Hey, you skipped my bit. It's hello, and then hey, and then I'm Sam. You just passed over me entirely.
Hello,
Hey,
I'm Sam.
I'm Chris.
It's like the first time every time.
I don't know if we're ever going to get that right.
Nothing like the first time. George Watsky.
Like a virgin, died for the very first time.
Or as I was introduced to that song,
Like a surgeon, cutting for the very first time. Weird Al.
Yankovic.
Yankovic, I think, isn't it?
The Yankovic?
I don't think it's an H. I think
don't
it's just
know.
Yankovic.
I really don't know.
Who knows?
I just remember that one of my all-time favorite album artworks, or album covers, I guess, kind of like art, it's a picture, is his album Running with Scissors. And it's just like him crossing a finish line. Like,
Yeah, and he's holding two
pairs
pairs of scissors. Yeah.
That always cracks me up.
Weird Al's funny, man.
Dude, Weird Al, he's a funny dude. He's a weird dude. Hence
The name.
the name.
Do you think that's his actual name or a nickname?
I hope. I really hope it's like
That he was born Weird Al Yankovic.
Oh,
Came out with all the curly hair.
How you doing, Chris?
I'm good, man. How are you?
I'm well. I'm a little sore.
Actually, I'm tired. I'm tired as shit.
Chris and I worked out.
Yeah,
like,
we
just,
did.
Like just now.
I seriously half an hour ago we got back.
We got back, showered, and here we are.
It was brutal. Sam's kicking my butt.
Chest and shoulders day.
Which is why I am in this position and will not be moving for the rest of the podcast.
Just got to get in that comfy spot.
This is it. Well, it's just I'm incapable of moving my shoulders anymore. They're done. I feel it way more in my shoulders than I do my chest. I feel almost nothing in my chest, and it's like that's how it's felt the last couple times. Am I just doing it wrong? Because it's starting to worry me.
Chest day is kind of a weird thing.
But I want them pectorals, Samuel.
Them pectorals.
Yeah, them young pectorals.
Them young pecs. This motion like doesn't feel good.
I mean, honestly, where I'm at hurts right now.
Sitting still hurts.
Because I've got them elevated so high up, I'm like...
Everything hurts.
It's not as bad as the first time we did arms.
Yeah, the first time we did arms.
The first time we did arms, we did the arms on a Tuesday. And the following Sunday is when I stopped feeling sore.
Oh, it was bad. We go hard.
And my triceps were still like, it wasn't painful, but it still hurt a little bit. You know what I mean? Like the tight sore. Like I have never hurt like that before. That being said, we're almost at a month now. Last week was week 3.
You're almost at a month. I'm
almost at a month.
2 weeks.
I'm almost at a month, but that first week I didn't go as hard as I did the week that we started. But I'm almost at a month solid of Monday through Friday gym time. I think there are 2 days I think I can count outside of that. But one of them was a holiday, and then the other one was just scheduled mishaps. So I don't know. I'm not really gonna count it too much.
Friday.
Oh yeah, Friday. Yeah, yeah. I'm still gonna consider it like almost a month consecutive.
You took a hardcore nap Friday.
I was out. I was done.
Sometimes you just gotta nap instead of going to the gym, and that's okay.
Yeah, I was bragging about, finally getting into a routine and doing it. And everyone's like, you should probably take a rest point at some point. I was like, I've got the weekends for that. And then, that Friday last week, I just came home and just passed out.
Yeah, you got home. I think I was playing Monster Hunter and just like waiting for you to get. I was playing Fortnite because I knew you were gonna. I was playing something. I knew you were gonna come home. Hunter, yeah. I was sitting right here. Chris sits down in that chair, and I was like,
"It took about 5 minutes."
I was like, "You still good to do legs tonight, my dude?" And you're like, "Oh yeah, like." Let me get ready to go work and get changed and whatnot. Yeah. Within the next 5 minutes, he's just gone.
Asleep.
And I was fighting some pretty loud monster, and the TV was pretty loud. I really thought you were going to wake up.
I have the wonderful ability to where if I'm tired enough, I can sleep anywhere. It doesn't matter.
That would have done you well in dorm life.
Now the actual how rested I wake up kind of depends on what I'm doing. Like planes and cars, I can sleep on them, but I don't feel good when I wake up. There's just something about sitting in that position and being so cramped that I never feel rested waking up from that. But I have the ability to just kind of sleep anywhere if I'm tired enough. The problem is, I have the worst time actually trying to get to sleep. I can't. It drives me insane.
At like normal times, like you're fine sleeping at like 4 in the afternoon. It's at like 11 o'clock at night that you just can't sleep.
Yeah. I have to be utterly exhausted in order to go to sleep, which sucks. Because sometimes I'll just be there and I'm like, well, guess I'm awake tonight.
Since like my freshman year of college, probably I've been able to fall asleep. Like I could lay down on the floor right now and be asleep within like 2 minutes.
What about right now? I could probably do that. I thought you were asleep when I walked out here a second ago.
No, I was watching Tyler One. He's a famous streamer who's streaming tonight.
A streamer was streaming? Speaking of streaming, do you think Game Arena is streaming to Rocket League right now?
Probably.
Because I know they do that on Mondays.
Shout outs to Game Arena. You're dope.
Game Arena, you're cool, and I really want to go to you.
I still haven't gone yet. I'm kind of bummed about it.
We should just go sometime.
It's just actually. Like the two.
Do you want to explain to the audience what Game Arena is?
Yeah, so Game Arena.
They are streaming Rocket League.
Hey, so we live in Columbus, Ohio. If you don't know, which I think all of you know at this point. And on the west side of Columbus, in the Hilliard area, they're opened a new. It's not like actually really an arena. It's more of like a space where they have a bunch of computers and TV setups and like all kinds of game setups, from fighting games to like. All of the computers have like League, Dota, Counter-Strike, Overwatch, Rocket League, PUBG on them. And you can go in, you can purchase certain amounts of time to play. Actually, when I was in Colorado, when I got this shirt in Denver, Colorado, and I was out there for 2 weeks, I frequented a place like Game Arena out there. It was about 10 minutes from where I was staying, and I had a lot of downtime. Because it'd be like I'd have college fair stuff in the nights, and then like kind of work to do in the mornings for those fairs.
Yeah.
But then I usually, and like school visits and whatnot, but I usually had from like 2 or 3 until like 7 free every day.
Yeah.
So that 4 hour, and the guy I was staying with was usually working then. So in that 4 hour gap, I would just like go there and, pay $10 and play League for a few hours. Actually, when I climb back to silver, I'm bad, I know. But anyway. So it's like that, but it's bigger. It's a really beautiful space. I've seen some video footage they've taken inside of it. It's
all of the photos really on Instagram
bright.
Look awesome.
They serve food there too. I don't know if there's like a kitchen there. If they like have a food. I don't know how the food there works.
I think there's a kitchen there,
which is really cool.
Yeah.
So I'm excited to go. They do tournaments. The problem is the 2 tournament nights that I would want to go to are Smash, which is Sunday nights when I have youth group.
Yep, so you can't.
And Wednesday nights.
When he teaches youth group, I just want to emphasize that. Yes, he's not in youth group.
I'm a youth pastor, so I'm like...
Don't get that confused. He is 22.
I'm 23, thank you very much. I'm doing the youth group.
Oh my God, he's 23.
And then Wednesday nights are like... I have a couple nights a week that I can work at Chick-fil-A,
right.
And they just keep putting me on Wednesdays.
So there goes Street Fighter.
So there goes the Street Fighter... Yeah. DBZ and Tekken nights.
Now, see, I have a similar thing where I would love to go to the Smash weeklies, but Brittany, my fiance, and I are doing a couples finance class at one of our churches, and it starts at 6:30 on Sunday evenings.
R.I.P. I never knew that because I haven't been home on a Sunday night in a while. I didn't know you guys were doing. That's really cool.
Yeah, we're 4 weeks in. No, 3 weeks.
I started youth group.
We skipped
3 weeks ago.
We're 3 weeks in. Technically, we started 4 weeks ago, though, because we skipped the Super Bowl.
That's hilarious.
Because everybody wanted to watch Super Bowl.
The only reason I didn't know that is because I started this job on Sunday night.
Yeah,
3 weeks ago.
We've been gone the entire...
That's hilarious. I had no idea.
Nobody's in our apartment on Sunday nights.
So if you want to rob our apartment on Sunday nights...
Good luck finding it.
Yeah.
Please don't. Yeah. So I wanted to point out something to you, Sam, that it just cracks me up every time I see it. I was just checking my email here now because I have not had time to check my email all day, and I thought the best time to do it is while we're recording. Yeah. Literally have been nonstop since I woke up this morning, and I mean, I just got a new job. Which I'm starting on the 5th, and so I've been checking my email.
I forget we talked about that last week, but Chris got a new job.
Well, it wasn't confirmed last week.
It's true. It's confirmed now. Chris got a new job.
It's confirmed now. I'm getting a new job. I start on the 5th of March. I'm very excited about it because I'm going to be making much more money, and it's a cool job. And I'll be working with one of my old roommates again.
A good buddy of the channel.
Senor Philippe. Uncle Philo. You know who you are.
Probably watching this at work.
Probably. But I was checking to see if they had responded to something I was talking about. And occasionally I get emails from Lens Crafters, which is where I got my eye exam done. Now, I bought my glasses from Warby Parker, which we're sadly not sponsored, but I'd love to be sponsored by Warby Parker. Hit us up.
WarbyParker.com/
Which legitimately, if you need glasses / can't see without them, Warby Parker is so much cheaper than anything else, and the quality is awesome. Highly recommend. I can't.
Does LensCrafter do free eye exams? Because these lenses are like, I realized my prescription's going bad. I have to like squint to see screens from far away, so I need a new exam before I get new glasses.
I don't recall paying anything for an eye exam.
I should go in.
You should.
Because
I'd really call them and see if they're free. I mean, it's not hard.
It's just like, I love these glasses, but the prescription's just old, and at this point, it makes sense to just get new glasses. I've had them for 4 years. They're getting kind of beat up. Like,
I had planned on doing that anyway, and then I dropped my glasses in a river, and then I had to go get new ones.
You did drop your glasses in a river. That's a fact.
That's a story for another time.
It was really funny.
It was really funny. I'd do it again. I'd do it again. But occasionally I get emails from Lens Crafters who apparently they must have misheard my name when I told them what it is. And I'm not talking about my last name.
Wait, what?
Which is what's even funnier.
I thought for sure it would be the last name.
Now, yeah, I mean, the last name gets messed up a ton. Lepac, I had millions of them.
You said Lepac in there, which is the real last name.
Yeah, Lepac's the real one, but Lopac, Lepac, Lepark, Lepac, so many of them that I've gotten. What's great about it, Christopher, very common name. A lot of Christophers out there.
You know what? They're like 3 or 4 most common names in America.
You know what? There aren't a lot of out there are Christolfers. CHRISTOLPHER. And I'm going to confirm this for you.
Why?
As soon as I can get that back up. Okay. See if it'll focus. Christopher, look at
Why?
that nonsense.
That's so bad. Like, I am sure there are people named Christopher.
There can't be, right?
There has to be. It sounds like a European, like, oh, Christopher.
Christopher is a European name.
Oh, Christopher. Get some Schnitzel, Christopher.
Schnitzel.
I'm just saying.
It's hilarious because I'm German.
I am sure we have a fan out there watching this right now whose name is Christopher.
He's like, well, I think you guys are making fun of me.
If our comments offended you, Christopher, I'm sorry. If your name is Christopher, comment down below.
If your name is Christopher, I have some emails to forward to you.
If your name is Christopher Lepac, Chris has been getting your emails.
Let me tell you, 100% does not exist.
Christopher Lepac?
Yeah.
You're probably not.
Yeah, no, 100%. You want to know why?
You're the only Lepac fan.
Because I'm like a 3rd generation. Yeah. My great, then maybe 4th generation. Grandfather migrated here from Germany. Last name was originally Lapacek. Had it changed. And so anytime and including you, audience, if you were to ever meet any other Lepac, 100% related to me. There are no other Lepacs out there that
especially if their names are Hannah or Eli.
That are not my blood.
Or Lori or Chris.
Literally my immediate family.
It's just Chris's family.
Yeah, it's just my mom and dad and brother and sister.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So if you meet them,
I'm sorry. They're something else.
I like your family.
Oh, I love them. They're great. But they're weird.
I've met your family like twice maybe.
No, I ain't gonna lie and say I'm not weird.
Oh. Aren't we all?
But they're pretty out there, man.
You know it's not weird?
You?
No. But Black Panther. What did you saw Friday night?
Black Panther's so good.
Chris.
Black Panther's
pretty good movie.
So good.
Chris and I went Friday night with the aforementioned Uncle Philo, as well as
we did, and
Brittany Lovell.
Mies fiancée.
But yeah, no, it was.
I liked it a lot.
I came in.
I liked it a whole lot.
Here's the thing. I don't think
I liked it more than him.
There's no way to say this without people being like, "Oh, is it because you're a racist?" I think I went in a little part of me not wanting to like it
because it's all black people.
No,
there was one white person in there.
Because
two, actually, if you count
Claw.
But
yeah. Because everyone was so excited about it, I just went in like it can't be good. Like people are so excited. I've done the same thing with.
And people are still very excited. I think it's still the highest rated Marvel movie right now.
I think on Rotten Tomatoes.
Yeah,
I haven't checked yet. I use Metacritic more just if I'm looking for a pure score.
I think also on Metacritic it's still higher rated.
And Metacritic has its problems, but either way,
they all do really.
There's no like perfect metric.
No,
but I went in just being like everyone's so excited about this movie. There's no way it is that good.
It's that good.
I would not say it's that good. I would say it's pretty good.
I liked it a lot.
It's good. It's a good movie. It's a legitimately good movie.
You know what's funny is the problems that I have with it are not usually the problems that I have with Marvel movies. In fact, I wish there was less action and more of the politics in it because that was what was fascinating to me.
The action was like pretty average.
They did a fantastic, and I don't want. I mean, yeah, it really was. Like the final fight scene, I thought was just okay. Now that being said, I did like the challenge scenes. I thought the choreography for those were awesome.
The two, specifically to me, the first one, honestly.
I thought the second one was better.
Both of them. There's the thing about the whole setting of the first one where everyone's there watching.
I mean, the first time you see it, yeah, that's super cool.
That scene is
but the second
awesome.
time, we're going to get into Black Panther spoilers right now because I have to talk about this movie. I'm so excited about it. So if you haven't seen it, I'm sorry. Please go see it. It's a very good movie.
Yes, seriously, go watch it.
The more I think about it, the more I'm willing to put it in my top 5, but I don't really want to confirm that until I see it again.
I will definitely never put it in my top 5 ever Marvel movies. It's solidly top 10.
He turned around and immediately started hating on it. It's hilarious.
Well, no, because I turned around and I looked in your eyes and I could just see in your eyes that this like
the stars,
this like glint of love, and I was like, I need to stamp that out immediately.
The stars of how much I loved it because it was amazing.
It's a good movie. It's funny because I'm not a very cynical person except with movies. I'm like
he will immediately squash anything that you like about a movie.
It's only movies, like video games, books, music. I'm all about this like hype.
He's so contentious about movies. It's awesome.
Movies, I don't know what it is. I just want to tear them apart. But no, the acting is phenomenal.
Oh my gosh, which I've seen some people talking about how like Chadwick Boseman didn't deliver. I mean, here's the problem: Chadwick Boseman, who plays T'Challa / the Black Panther, was incredible. The problem is they put him up against Denai and Michael B. Jordan, who both killed it.
I don't understand that anyone can hate on Chadwick Boseman's performance. He is he's
very good.
Becomes T'Challa. The character of T'Challa is not supposed to be this like super charismatic like. He is.
I think honestly, people want him to be like Tony Stark, which I'm like, no, that's not how T'Challa is.
He's regal.
He's regal. He's proper. But he's humble. He's kind, and he displays that so well. But it was so cool to see the amount of character progression in him in just the one movie. Usually with Marvel, they'll do that over like 2 or 3, which I mean, I'm not bothered by it or anything. It's worked in the past. I mean,
yeah,
because then you get like epics like Tony Stark's story, for instance, and his character progression. But I think the unique thing about this movie was not just like that T'Challa grew, but it was how he grew, how he actually learned from the Killmonger, which I think is one of the coolest villains that we've ever gotten in a Marvel movie.
Because Killmonger is his intentions are
here's the
good.
thing. And I don't want to make it seem you sympathize with him. He's clearly a bad guy. Like he's cold-blooded and ruthless and kills lots and lots of people.
Lots of people.
But they did a fantastic job of making his motivations clear and understandable to the point where you sympathize with him. And some of the points that he brings to T'Challa, you're like, wait, so which one's really the villain here in this movie? Because there are points where you're like, oh no.
I think. For me, specifically, looking at like kind of the movie as a whole, there isn't a like pure true villain outside of maybe Claw.
Claw.
Yes, Killmonger.
I'm gonna say Killmonger. The dude murdered a bunch of people, and he was about to wage war on the rest of the planet.
Killmonger, in a lot of ways, is a villain I view similarly to how I view Kylo Ren. A less fleshed out, only got half of a movie with Killmonger. But with Kylo Ren, it's easy to forget that Kylo Ren is a mass murderer, right?
Yeah.
In that
which they did with Killmonger.
In the scene where him and Rey are like together and they're fighting together, you completely forget that this man is a murderer.
Oh man,
he's
so
just
awesome.
You root for him so much.
Yeah, you're like, yeah, he's my favorite character.
And to this day, there's a little part of me that wishes Rey had taken his hand when he said to come with him, right?
Right. Just to see how cool that would have been.
I have a little bit of that with Killmonger, where it's like I understand where he's coming from. His Killmonger
to the point where
I grew up in inner city Oakland. I see these problems.
Yeah.
Like I want to fix the now his methods are totally wrong.
Yes.
But his idea of I want to help the oppressed people, I empathize
which
with
was
that.
Fantastic. And also I think he actually gives a similar speech to what Spider-Man says in Civil War, where it's like if you have the power to fix things but to prevent the bad things, and the bad things happen, they happen because you, I believe, is what Peter Parker says. Which, I mean, was the MCU way of saying that great power comes great responsibility. And I like that idea of, this inner city Oakland kid who has this royal heritage. Spoilers. Like we haven't already gone into spoiler territory.
You definitely spoiled some things in this movie. I'm sorry.
Go see it anyway. It's great.
You've had, at this point, by the time this goes up, you'll have had a full week. It's your fault.
Yeah, it really is. If you're not a Marvel movie fan and you're watching this, I don't know why you're here.
Because there's the two kinds of people who are watching this are either Marvel movie fans who have already seen it,
yes,
or people who don't care.
Yes.
So the spoilers don't matter to them. I don't think there's a third category.
Yeah, I don't think anyone's going to sit here and be like, I was going to see that tonight.
like I'm on the way there right now. I'm listening to this in the car. First off, stop burning YouTube bandwidth in the car. Unless you have limited data, in which case, please keep doing that. I don't.
But, I mean, even outside of that, just how charismatic Killmonger was. I mean, Michael B. Jordan has the best performance in the movie, I think. And it's like every time he's on screen,
probably
if every time he's on screen, he's the center of attention, he steals the show, man. It's always great. And he's got the best lines in the whole movie, too. Like at the point where in their museum and they're stealing the vibranium axe out of there, and then he looks at this African mask and he's like, "What is that vibranium too?" He goes, "No, I'm just feeling it." And he picks it up and walks out. I was like, "Oh, I like this guy."
I think the two best acted performances in the movie, and people will disagree with the second one. First off, Michael B. Jordan, unquestionably. I mean, with Marvel movies, you win some, you lose some. I would not be opposed to seeing him nominated for a supporting actor award for that.
It would never happen, but I would love to see it.
The other one was Andy Serkis' Claw.
Andy Serkis was awesome.
I love Andy Serkis. I love
Andy Serkis was awesome, and I would agree with you if, unfortunately, I cannot remember her last name. Denai, the woman that plays Michonne in The Walking Dead, killed it as Okoye.
Yeah, she was great.
And again, talking about stealing the show every time she's on screen, she was unbelievably good.
She was really good. Even the younger sister character, whose name I am forgetting,
Suri.
Yeah,
Suri was awesome.
She was great. It was I don't think any of the people who had actual major speaking roles.
Yeah.
I don't think any of them did a bad job.
No, I thought everyone did a very good job.
The other tribe, because they're the fifth tribe up in the mountain.
The Judani.
I got a huge Horizon Zero Dawn feel from them.
M'Baku.
Yeah, I don't know about you, but when they go over there, I feel like I just finished Frozen Wilds, right?
That movie,
a huge Horizon.
That movie had fantastic set design. Fantastic set design. And my brain always goes back to the Judani throne room, where they got the wooden branches suspended from the ceiling, and it's open and looking out on the side of the mountain, and he's sitting there in the throne like that. And I was like, this movie looks so good.
I was watching some interviews today with the cast, and all of them brought up the set and how cool the sets looked when they walked on the sets. And
a surprising amount of it was practical. I didn't realize. I've been watching some behind the scenes stuff.
Well, they actually the challenges, they did that.
It was in an actual waterfall.
Yeah, it was an actual thing.
Yeah,
which I assumed that was all.
I thought the majority of that was CG. No,
I thought they were in a kiddie pool in a green room.
No, they were legitimately in Africa on a waterfall. I went, oh,
yeah, it was really cool.
That's cool.
The whole idea behind all that. They did a good job of one of the things I loved about it is they took things of African culture and made them
combine them with
modern futuristic society.
Yeah, because
the neck ring,
which they've also done a super cool thing of. Vibranium is something that they created for they didn't technically create it for the MCU, but it's much bigger in the MCU. Stuff that was previously adamantium that they couldn't use adamantium for because Fox technically owns that became vibranium, like Cap's shield and stuff. But they've kind of changed the way that vibranium works in the MCU to where it's not just like an unbreakable metal, it's an adaptable metal. And so they use it to power all of their technology, but at the same time they use it to build all of these things as well. And it's just, the way it works in the MCU is so fascinating. And Wakanda is basically built on top of a vibranium mountain. Because it was this gigantic asteroid that came to Earth, and they built a city on top of that. And just the way that they created all this new technology, but also blending in the traditional African thing, and to the point where if you go back and watch it, it's like all the you'll see like the kids running around in like kind of more modern clothes and backpacks, and then the older people are wearing like the older garb and carrying that sort of thing, and just that the level of like attention to detail in that movie was just outstanding.
Oh yeah,
outstanding.
We were talking about this yesterday. I feel as though, like, Marvel has hit like back-to-back home runs that no one saw coming. I don't think if a year ago you had said Thor Ragnarok and Black Panther would be two of the best Marvel movies,
I'd have laughed in your face.
Especially the Ragnarok side. I think after Dark World, no one had any expectations of Ragnarok.
No, absolutely
doing
not.
This buddy cop film with Hulk, and it's just legitimately my third favorite Marvel movie we talked about last week.
It's so good.
I want to watch it.
It's so good.
It just came available on digital. I might pick it up.
I might rent it, yeah.
Because I love that movie. It's so funny.
Not even back to back. I mean, also Spider-Man: Homecoming was before Thor Ragnarok.
Are those the last three? Was there one in between Homecoming and Ragnarok?
No, I don't think so.
I still haven't seen Homecoming. I need to.
It's good.
I know.
I believe I set that as my number 2.
Homecoming and Doctor Strange are my two.
Doctor Strange also Phase 3. Phase 3's killing
They're the two holes that I have in like my Marvel experience.
You're not gonna like Doctor Strange quite as much as like Homecoming or it's an origin story, which I know how you feel about those.
I'm tired of them.
You can't have new superheroes without origin stories.
Stop giving me new superheroes.
No, more superheroes. So many superheroes. The plot itself is honestly just Iron Man again. But the character and the setting especially is what makes it fascinating. It's the special effects are what makes that movie, and it's good. Plus, Benedict Cumberbatch kills it as Doctor Strange. Amazing.
I saw a video today, and I don't remember who it is, so I can't give credit to anyone, so I'm sorry, whoever made this. But they were talking about Black Panther. One of the comments they made was that they felt as though Black Panther was setting up a new formula for Marvel.
Sure.
Because ever since Iron Man, Marvel has followed the exact same formula for the most part for their heroes.
For their origin stories.
For the origins, especially the idea of like somebody who's kind of downtrodden on their luck, but has like a rugged swagger about them.
Sure.
Insert Iron Man, Captain America, Ant-Man, Star-Lord. All four of them fit that category of like rugged, charming, witty, but like
I don't know if I'd put Captain America as witty.
He has his moments.
Yeah, I guess he's much more serious than the other ones, I think.
But either way, they all kind of fit in some sense aspects of that Iron Man mold. And then with T'Challa, it's like, no, this guy's like a king.
Yeah,
like he's not. There's nothing downtrodden about it. Like this dude's a king.
Well, I think the story structure for all of our movies, outside of like the ensemble ones, has been pretty basic, but I don't think that's really why you watch the Marvel movies. Is what makes them fascinating are the characters. Yeah. Which I mean, I don't have a problem with. Some people don't like the Marvel movies just because I mean it's the same sort of thing, and I'm like, I'm just here to see my favorite comic books come to life, man.
I would love to see Rian Johnson get his hands on a Marvel movie or two.
Yeah, maybe.
I mean, I'm glad he's doing a Star Wars trilogy. Yeah. I cannot wait for the Rian Johnson Star Wars trilogy.
Yeah.
But I would not complain about a Rian Johnson Marvel movie just to see what he can do. Like, because here's the thing. Marvel movies, from a cinematography standpoint, have gotten better, right? But they are not Rian Johnson cinematography. They're not J.J. Abrams cinematography. They're not Abrams. They're not on that level. I would love to see a Marvel movie shot like The Last Jedi.
Black Panther had some brilliant cinematography.
And some really bad CGI.
Yeah,
which comes to the point you started to make earlier
when
you said
some rough spots.
Marvel movies usually CG like for their time, like Avengers and Iron Man
Avengers
when they came out,
holds up really well.
Look really good.
And I mean, you look at Thor Ragnarok. There's a ton of CG in that.
Thor Ragnarok
looks
awesome,
and it looks outstanding. Which is so weird to me that there's
Guardians.
Which is so strange to me that there are spots in Black Panther where I just kind of go, eee.
There's the scene when he goes to the astral plane where I didn't notice it at first because I was so enamored with how beautiful the sky looked.
How awful the actual Panthers looked.
the Panthers
they looked like a cartoon.
It's bad.
And then there are a couple of the fight scenes where I was just like, hey.
The rhinos don't look good.
The rhinos I didn't mind. It was honestly the fight between Killmonger and Black Panther on the train tracks.
Well, because the suits are coming and like that doesn't look good. How the suits are like,
and even just the way they moved, I was like, there's clearly like. These are not people fighting. I was like, this is weird. And so when it would then cut to points where it was practical and they were actually fighting, I was like, okay, this looks better. You know?
The final scene when it was like the two of them like super close together was like,
oh, so good.
But yeah, no, it.
And then he flips the spear.
Which is funny coming off of Ragnarok, which has probably the most CG of any Marvel movie, if not like up there.
It's up there. I'd say that in like Guardians, yeah.
But probably Guardians might be a little bit more. But besides the two Guardians movies, probably the most.
Yeah,
CG.
Thor Ragnarok was basically a Guardians movie though,
and it looks awesome.
It looks so
like
good.
Ragnarok looks so good.
Yeah, there are scenes of Black Panther that are not going to hold up, which is really funny because then there are scenes of Black Panther that just look unbelievable. And so, I mean, it's a shame. I don't think it detracts too much from the overall quality of the film.
The big fight toward the end gets me excited for Infinity War because that's the first like war.
Yeah.
I think we've gotten
and
out
so,
of a Marvel
and so,
movie.
yeah, I'm excited about it because I mean, it's going to be like the Chitauri fight from the first Avengers, but bigger and with way more superheroes. I'm like, yes, that's what I want. I just want more. I went back and watched the Infinity War trailer after seeing Black Panther, and I recognized way more characters in the Wakanda clips. We are going to see like the Judani and M'Baku and a bunch of and also the guys with the shield capes, which were so awesome.
That was so cool.
I was not ready for that when they materialized in front. And I went, oh,
that was really cool.
And last thing I want to touch on with Black Panther is just shout out to the way that it handles like today's current like social and political issues. It had a fantastic message to it. It was handled in a way that doesn't feel overbearing or like specifically like trying to out like particular people. And that was all handled really well. And a particular shout out to Killmonger's last line in the movie, which spoilers, he dies. If you've seen The Lion King, then you know the plot of this movie. Think about it. Like, actually, though.
I've seen a bunch of side-by-sides of, like, scenes where they're, like, exactly the same from The Lion King.
Which, hey, I'm not complaining. It's a fantastic story structure. Lion King's amazing. I'm probably gonna butcher it, but to the best of my memory, like T'Challa offers to heal Killmonger, who he stabbed in their fight, and Killmonger just responds, he's like, why? So you can imprison me? And he's like, no, I'm not going to do that. And just make sure to bury me in the ocean where my ancestors jumped ship rather than become a slave to bondage, and like pulls the spear out of his chest. And I went, damn, what a line. Oh my God, that was awesome. Like, that was fantastic.
It's funny for me because I think the MCU, in my opinion, this is not everyone will agree, has done their villains poorly for the most part.
I think most people would agree with that.
I think Red Mask and
Red Skull
and Captain America is just horrifically bad.
I disagree with that. I like Red
Loki's
Skull.
Great, but honestly, I don't think Loki's great until Ragnarok. Loki's like
I
just.
disagree with that. I don't think Loki got good in Avengers.
He's good, but not great. He's bad in First Thor.
Honestly, he's also he's bad in the first Thor. Honestly, he's the best part about the Dark World, because we see a lot of the way that his characters change in the Dark World.
But what's that?
But it's also like the ramifications of Loki's character from Avengers, and so like those two movies are great Loki, and then of course you see more of that progression in Ragnarok.
Incredible. He's one of the best parts of Ragnarok is Loki.
It really was. But no, I'd agree. And you haven't seen Homecoming yet. Vulture is also just, oh man, again, and I don't know how the MCU keeps doing this. If you'd told me that the Vulture would have been a relevant and well made villain in a Spider-Man movie, I'd have laughed. Who cared about the Vulture?
But then you get the Mandarin, who's such an iconic Marvel enemy.
Is he though?
And you just butcher the Mandarin.
I wouldn't call Mandarin iconic at all, dude. I didn't even know who Mandarin was until that movie came out. I had to go and look up who Mandarin was when I saw the preview for that movie.
I'm not a Marvel guy.
I was like, I never heard
of the Mandarin is.
See, I am a Marvel guy. I never heard of the Mandarin.
I always thought the Mandarin was a
Well,
big
here's
deal.
why. Until the MCU, who cared about Iron Man? Nobody.
Fair to an extent.
You know what I mean? It's a fair argument, dude. Nobody cared about Iron Man until I put on the mask. I'm crossing the streams here.
That's the wrong cinematic universe.
The wrong one, yeah. Nobody cared about Iron Man, and the Mandarin is an Iron Man villain. And so yeah, I was like, whatever. I want to watch the movie. I haven't seen it since it was in theaters, and I want to watch that movie again. I've kind of funny has been doing a weekly MCU, and they did Iron Man 3, and they talked about how much more they liked that Mandarin twist, knowing it was coming, and then also knowing what happens in the rest and seeing the ramifications from Iron Man 3 affect the rest of the series. So I'm going to go back and watch it again, knowing what I know now, and see how I stack it. That's why I'm not spitting fire at Iron Man 3 at the moment. But I mean, that was the first Marvel movie I was disappointed by. I remember walking out of that theater almost in shock. I was like, I don't think I liked that movie very much.
Did that come out before Dark World?
Yes. It was the previous movie to the Dark World. Dark World was immediately after Iron Man 3.
Because Dark World was bad.
Dark World, I didn't walk out disappointed in Dark World. I walked out and I was like, whatever. But I mean, I didn't have high expectations of Dark World. I had high expectations of Iron Man 3. I did not have high expectations of Dark World. Yes, I have. I've seen every Marvel movie in theaters.
How many of them have you seen more than once in theaters?
Almost all of them.
You know how much money you have given
the exceptions, I think, being to Iron Man 3 and to The Dark World. I think I've seen the rest of them at least twice in theaters.
If you average it out to $10...
Age of Ultron I only saw once in theaters.
If you average it out to $10 a viewing, that's like $200.
Probably.
Plus popcorn, because you always buy a large popcorn.
Well, let me think. No, actually, I did not see Iron Man in theaters.
First Iron Man?
Yeah.
Neither did I.
Because at that time, who cared?
No one.
It came out, and everyone was talking. I was like, yeah, that was a good movie. And I remember thinking, like, yeah, I don't believe that. And then my dad bought it on Blu-ray for our PS3, and I watched it, and I went, whoa, that was a really good movie. I didn't see Incredible Hulk either. But Incredible Hulk, I found out, came out like a month after Iron Man. Like, they were so fast. So the first two I missed in theaters, and then every one of them since I've seen.
Captain America, was that the third? Was that the third one? Then Captain America.
Iron Man 2 was the third one, and then it was Captain America.
Because Captain America was the first one that I saw in theaters. I didn't see Iron Man.
I'm sorry. Thor was the. Yeah, Thor was the next.
Wow,
one.
I did not see the first because I've seen all of them at this point now. It went but
Iron Man, Hulk, Iron Man 2, Thor, Captain America, Avengers, and that was Wave 1.
All right, so I missed most of because I didn't see any of them in theaters until Captain America.
Which was I've seen right before Avengers.
Most of them since Captain America in theaters.
I saw Avengers 4 times in theaters. I was so amazed by it. Nothing like that had been done yet before. And honestly, Infinity War, still nothing like that. Like, what they've done with the MCU is so impressive. It's like, I can't believe it.
Except, to me, Infinity War is just an okay movie.
Infinity War's not out yet.
Not Infinity War. Age of Ultron.
I don't care about Age of Ultron.
Age of Ultron will just...
They didn't... It felt like there was no hype going into Age of Ultron. The thing with both Avengers and now Infinity War that they've done is they've weaved all these threads leading to these particular plot lines that feels like there's so much building up to that. I didn't really get that with Age of Ultron. We didn't really know Ultron was coming until they put out the preview for it. And then we went, oh.
Infinity War has been the ultimate conclusion since Wave 1, realistically. Like,
technically, yeah. I don't think they didn't start really seeding it until Phase 2.
But like most Marvel nerds would have guessed that at some point in time Thanos was coming, the Infinity Stones are going to play a role.
Sure. Well, Thanos wasn't introduced until Avengers, and I think that's really where they started that with they revealed the Tesseract to be an Infinity Stone in that movie.
Yeah.
And then they in Age of Ultron we found out that Loki's staff from the first Avengers was also an Infinity Stone, which they used to create the Vision. And then like all of the Phase 2 movies had Infinity Stones in them, and a couple of the Phase 3 ones have Infinity Stones in them too. We still don't know where the Soul Stone is. That's
we all thought we were going to see it in Black Panther.
I thought it was going to be in Black Panther.
You don't see the Soul Stone in Black Panther.
No Infinity Stone in Black Panther, which surprised me. Although there's a lot of theories, because I mean, it would make sense, having seen the Infinity War trailer, that Thanos would attack Wakanda looking for the final stone. Because he's going to get all of them, let's be honest here. Like, there's no way he's not going to, right? That's how this movie's going to end, with him having all five, all of the stones, and killing Captain America.
Iron Man.
I think it's going to be Cap.
Closer to the movie, we'll make a little bet on it. We'll have a little...
Team Cap dies.
Team RDJ dies.
But I mean, yeah, this is... The thing that's so impressive about an Infinity War, this is a plot line that's, I mean, honestly been 10 years in the making.
Yeah.
Which is unbelievable.
Like legitimately so long.
Unbelievable. And I'm very, very excited for it. Now, granted, I as excited as I am, I'm still trying to keep my expectations as low as I can, because, I mean, I was excited for Age of Ultron. I walked out of like, whatever, and, I mean, we could get that again. Now, granted, the situation behind the production is very different this time around, though, too, because, I mean, Joss Whedon did not want to do another Avengers movie, and kind of phoned it in for Age of Ultron, where, especially kind of with, like, some Disney mandates that he was trying to get around and couldn't really, because again, they were driving at this particular plot point, and Joss Whedon wanted to go somewhere else with it.
Yeah.
And that ended up kind of creating the movie that we have. Whereas the Russo brothers are directing the 2 Infinity War movies, because there's going to be 2 of them. Originally, they were called Infinity War Part 1 and Part 2, but they dropped the Part 1, Part 2, and they're changing the name of the second one, which I assume probably has a spoiler in it. I guarantee you they have a name for it already.
Oh, they've had a name for it for 5 years.
Oh, yeah, absolutely. And I guarantee you, they probably plan the next 20 movies after that.
Well, I know, I mean, from what I've heard, I mean, the rumors are that they have movies planned up through, like, 2025 or something stupid.
That's confirmed. Kevin Feige said, no, yeah, we know exactly what movies we're going to make. Also, what's really great is people have been asking me, like, so, you know, after the Fox deal goes through, it's like, are you gonna, like, you know, what movies are you gonna do? It's like, we haven't planned any movies for Fox. I was like, bullshit. I was like, you know exactly what movies you're gonna make after you buy Fox. I guarantee he's got at least 5.
The thing is, the most profitable one that Fox has, Disney would never put into their franchise.
Deadpool?
Yeah. You will never see that Deadpool.
No, I disagree. Here's the thing. Disney does make rated R movies. They don't put their logo on it, but they still create and produce rated R movies. But here's how I think they're going to do this. And I don't think it's unreasonable. They could still integrate Deadpool into the MCU. Deadpool will realize that he's come over from, because they can write it this way and it'll be brilliant. Deadpool, who is a character that knows he's in a movie, knows that he's a superhero, knows everything. That's ridiculous. He constantly breaking the fourth wall. They could put him in a PG-13 movie, recognize that he came over from Fox to Disney, make lots of jokes like that. That's easy content right there. And then have him try and swear and realize, oh, I can't say these things. I'm in a PG-13 movie. And then he just looks at the screen and is like, the mouse won't let me. And then everybody else can just be like, what the hell is he talking about? I think there's a fantastic opportunity, and then you can still have Deadpool's solo movies continue to be what they are.
I don't know. I think that shtick would just take. It would be funny the first time the joke was made, but then in like an hour and a half long movie with Deadpool, and it's like, who is this?
Well,
right?
I mean, we're just talking about ensemble movies. They're not going to make Deadpool's movies PG-13.
But like, Disney's name would be so much because like Disney can't buy Fox, make a Deadpool movie, and not have people be like, "Oh, that's a Disney movie."
Yeah, it can.
Everyone will know.
Dude, they own Miramax. It doesn't matter.
But it's different because it's like it's a Marvel movie. Everyone will know.
Deadpool's still technically a Marvel movie.
But like
it has the Marvel name on it. It even does the comic book thing at the beginning of it. Doesn't matter. I don't see why that changes anything.
I just don't see that going well.
Here's the thing. Like, there's no reason it wouldn't. There's no reason it wouldn't. And here's the thing. Disney is not going to turn away from a massive opportunity to make tons of money.
Well, who would?
Deadpool makes tons of money.
Yes. Like,
and that's the point.
Amount of money.
So despite the fact that it's rated R, they're not going to look at this and throw away just because it's rated R. They're going to be like, how can we make this work to make sure that we continue profiting off of this character?
Can we just throw it out there that the Sony like cinematic universe, which started off, to be honest, like pretty shaky, the last 2 entries in that were incredible.
I don't know what you're talking about.
Like
the Amazing Spider-Man movies?
No. Like Sony had like their like X-Men like cinematic universe, or Fox. I mean, had their X-Men.
You confused me. Sony is Spider-Man.
It's Fox. The Marvel properties are too spread out amongst too many people.
3. There's 3 of them.
The Fox cinematic, like the X-Men
universe.
Basically. It honestly,
we don't talk about the Fantastic Four.
The original X-Men trilogy does not hold up great.
No, but it was good at the time.
X3 wasn't, but the first 2 were.
The first 2 were good at the time.
First Class, Days of Future Past are awesome, and then their last 2.
Days of Future Past was amazing.
Their then Apocalypse happened, but between Logan and Deadpool just blew it out of the water.
And they did a brilliant thing of creating this almost untapped like rated R comic book movie, which again I think Disney would be stupid to just ignore that.
Logan is to me the closest we will ever get to the feeling of The Last of Us in a movie.
It was basically
that's how I tie it back to video games for a video game related channel. Logan gave me the same kind of feelings The Last of Us gave me.
Logan was the perfect Wolverine movie. And I'm glad that was the last one because we're never going to hit that again. That was unbelievable.
Logan might be the perfect like superhero movie. Logan is probably my second favorite superhero movie of all time.
Dark Knight?
I would put it behind Dark Knight. Yeah. I would put it behind Dark Knight.
I kind of put it on equal footing because they both do the same things for me. And yeah, I will put Logan alongside like Dark Knight. Like I mean, those performances I think were just as good as Heath Ledger's Joker.
That's the one thing for me is Heath Ledger became the Joker in a way I've almost never seen an actor become a character in a movie before. It's surreal to watch. And I've probably seen that movie upwards of 10 to 15 times. And every time, I'm still
he's incredible.
So wrapped into that performance.
I mean, it's unparalleled Heath Ledger's Joker is.
You know what else is unparalleled?
Our Patreon.
We have a Patreon, and it's unparalleled.
It's unparalleled how little money we make so far.
It's true. Thanks, Jeff.
Shout out to Jeff. You're the man.
Jeff is the man. Jeff.
I feel like I should confirm that. I feel like I should confirm that he's still subscribed before we start shouting him out.
I check every now and then.
Oh, cool. I'm gonna check anyway because now I'm paranoid.
But yeah, we have Patreon, Twitter, Facebook, links to all of that down below. Thank you for watching our Black Panther podcast, I guess.
I will sit here and talk about Marvel movies all day.
I've been saying it's been Chris.
I'm Chris.
We're gonna go play some ping pong.
Yeah.
Goodbye.
Cut it. That's it. Go away.